with the sixth pick in the NFL draft, we're going to kick it over to Howie Roseman. Well, the calculations of the cornbread, followed by the gravitation of the earth that doesn't really rotate, the Eagles are going to take 18th pick in the NFL draft.
Hey, make us lunch. We're hungry.
Dallas still stinks. You're by the way, King Dingbat here, and I hope everybody's having a great day. I hope you guys are doing well. You know, I figured I wanted to come on here and talk a little NFL draft. I wanted to talk a little bit about the sixth pick because I need a break from the Carson Wentz thing. The Carson Wentz situation is pissing me off. It is bothering me so much. What is going on? It's just building up, and I needed a break. I needed to think about something else when it comes to the Eagles. So I kind of wanted to come and talk about the draft. And a lot of you guys saw the 2 reaction videos I did on Parsons and Pitts. And I just finished filming Jamar Chase. Still got to do Patrick Surtain, and those will be out in the next few days. But I wanted to talk about the 6 picks specifically, okay? Because the way I see it, the Eagles are in a really good situation with the 6th pick, right? A lot of people say, oh, you shouldn't try to get the 6th pick. You don't need the 6th pick. It doesn't matter. It does matter. It does matter because we have Howie Roseman, and he is very capable of blowing this whole thing up. So you need as many great choices as possible, okay? But my big fear with the Eagles and this draft isn't the 6th pick. It is the 2nd round pick. It is the 3rd round pick, the 2 5th round picks, and whatever other picks we are going to acquire through trades of guys like Ertz, I don't know, Carson, whoever. Those are the picks that scare the hell out of me. The 6th pick, not so much, because I think there's so much talent that is going to be on the board at that point in time that you should hit on it. Now, you just got to hit on the right guy. And when I say the right guy, and I speak about the right guy, I don't look at the 6th pick as, hey, we need to go for this specific position. I look at it like you need to get the best talent you can get, the best player you can get, and make sure you nail him, because this team lacks top tier level talent. They lack top end talent. They just do. A lot of the guys that they had that were top end talent are old. They're old and they're on the way out. Okay, so we need young top end talent. So my whole thing is I just want the best player available, whoever that is. And I right now have an order of guys that I want, and I'm going to give them to you. Okay, and look, this is subject to change. It is only February. We are way off from the draft. But I kind of want to tell you and let you know where I'm thinking. Okay, so I'm going to give you my top 6 picks from worst to first. Okay, and these are the guys that I would like to see the Eagles get. One of these guys, if not many of these guys, are going to be on the board when the Eagles pick. Okay, it's just going to happen. But if I had to say my 6th choice for the 6th pick in the draft, I would go Micah Parsons. Now, there's some questions about maybe his off-the-field stuff. I don't know enough about that to really hurt him at this point. But everything I see on film, the Eagles haven't had a linebacker like that in a long time. A guy that could go sideline to sideline, that is, behind the line of scrimmage. My big concern with him would be in a 4-3 defense, because the Eagles are going to play 4-3 defense. Can he cover as a linebacker? That's the big question for him. But I just think this guy is so disruptive that you need a guy like this. Much better than Nate Gary, who stinks, and bigger arms than Alex Singleton. So I think Parsons is a guy that I would consider. Now, I think out of all the guys I'm going to say, this is the least likely pick happening. The Eagles do not take linebackers in the 1st round. They just don't. They just don't. It's the way it is, okay? So I'll say Parsons would be my 6th guy, okay? My 5th guy is going to be Patrick Surtain. Now, the Eagles are in desperate need of a corner, in my opinion. They've had really no young corners in a long time. Think Sheldon Brown, Lito Shepherd, those days. Since they've had young, effective corners. I don't think any of the guys they've had pretty much since then have been any good as a corner. Not that I can remember. I'm not talking about free agents. I'm talking about draft picks. Patrick Surtain would come in. He would be a starter on day one, which is a huge benefit for the Eagles. And I think he would be a huge upgrade at the cornerback position for the Eagles. So Patrick Surtain would be a great pick, a pick that I would be very ecstatic. As Mike Tyson says, I'd be ecstatic. Okay? I would love it. Patrick Surtain would be a great pick at 6. And he's my 5th choice. My fourth choice. Who the hell's my 4th choice again? Wait, I'm sorry. I'm so stupid. I forgot I didn't write it down, right? So, want him. Oh, yeah. Duh. Jamar Chase. Duh. What a dingbat I am. My God. 4th pick would be Jamar Chase. Now, I look at Jamar Chase and Devontae Smith as very, very close. It's like this, okay? But I would have Devontae Smith a little higher than Jamar Chase. Now, would the Eagles go after Jamar Chase? I think it's likely. I think it's possible. I think a lot of people think, well, because the Eagles, they took so many receivers, they might not go receiver. I don't think you can worry about that in this draft. I think you have to say, who's the best player on the board? And if it's Jamar Chase, you take him. You have to take him. So he would be my number 4th choice. My number 3 choice, my 3rd choice would be Devontae Smith, okay? I like everything about this guy. I think he catches everything. He goes to high points and get it. I just think he's going to be an absolute monster. And I think Jamar Chase is too. But Devontae Smith to me is just very intriguing. Now, he's 175 pounds, but he's also 6'1". So I think he's going to have no problem bulking up in the NFL and adding good weight, keeping his speed, getting stronger, and I think he's going to be an absolute stud. Now, I think he's going number 3 at this point right now, but we don't know. So I would say number 3, my number 3 choice would be Devontae Smith. My number 2 choice would be Penei Sewell. Now, I think he's going to not be there. I don't think he's getting by the Bengals. And let me say this real quick about Devontae Smith and Jamar Chase. I think one of those 2 guys will fall to 6. One of them will go. One of them will be there. Okay? I just want to say that. So I think they're going to have a choice. I have those guys really close at 3 and 4, but one of them I think will be off the board. One of them will be there. Okay? So as for my number 2 choice, Penei Sewell. Penei Sewell, to me, is a guy that if he falls, you got to grab him. You have to grab him because, look, I know a lot of people like Jordan Mailata at left tackle, and they think that's it. Why go get another left tackle? But this guy is a stud. I mean, this is a guy you put in and you don't worry about for 10, 11, 12 years. He's that kind of guy. He didn't give up a sack the last year he played football. I think he opted out last year, but this is the best offensive lineman in football. One of the best offensive linemen, some people say, that has come out in a long time. If you have opportunity, you got to get him. You can do a lot of things. I mean, this is an offensive line that needs fixing. It needs fixing, okay? I know you have Mailata. I know you have Andre Dillard. But here's the thing. I think Mailata can move over to right tackle. Let him play behind Lane. Because the truth about Lane Johnson is he's always getting hurt now. He just had his ankle, rebuilt this all season. How many years has he got left? Is he going to get hurt? You might have Mailata in there way sooner, and I would like to move Mailata over there, right tackle, give him time to get used to it, and put him there. Then I would get Andre Dillard. You can move Dillard to left guard. Move him to left guard. Maybe he can play guard. Maybe that would be a better position. And some people think Dillard would be better as a guard. So move him as a guard. Then you have Sewell. Now you have 3 of those young guys. You don't know what's going to happen with Kelsey. He could retire. And then Brandon Brooks has come back. He hasn't been healthy either. But if he's healthy, he's great. I think you set your offensive line. And that's all. No, that's not to mention all the other guys that they have, Driscoll's and guys like that. I think if you get the opportunity to get a Penei Sewell, you have to do it. You just have to do it. It makes too much sense to me. Okay, so he is my number 2 guy. And my number 1 guy, and I can't help it. I'm in love. Kyle Pitts of Florida. Yes, he's a tight end. He's 6'6", 240 pounds. The Eagles most likely are going to trade Ertz in the offseason. They're going to have to decide soon on extending Dallas Goedert. Now, here's my thing with Pitts. And I want to really watch what his 40 is. I want to see what he runs. But to me, if he runs like a 4.5, if he runs a 4.5, I think he could play outside wide receiver. He said he's more comfortable playing wide receiver. So what I would do is I would draft Pitts with the idea that I'm going to move him all around. He's going to play a lot of wide receiver. And he's going to be a 6'6", 240-pound wide receiver who can run. And then you got guys like Jalen Reagor, who now are going to be better because you have such a big physical guy on the other side. I think that the offense would be brutal. The mismatches that Kyle Pitts puts on the field, he's too fast for safeties and linebackers. He's too strong and too physical for corners. So Kyle Pitts, to me, right now, I'm not going to lie, he's the guy I'm going with. If I get the number 6 pick in the draft, he would be my number 1 choice. And I don't fear it at all. Okay, now some people say, well, what about his blocking skills? My plan isn't to use him as a tight end. I want to put him on the outside. Now, I have to see what he runs at the 40. I want to see his... But I'm telling you, when you watch the tape, you're not watching a guy that runs a 4.7, 4.6. You're watching a guy that's running 4.4, 4.5. This guy's a stud, and I think that he is such a talented player that you have no choice but to take him. So he would be my number 1 pick, my number 1 choice at 6 for the Eagles if I'm given a choice. Those are my 6 guys. Number 1, Kyle Pitts. Number 2, Penny Sewell. Number 3, Devontae Smith. 4, Jamar Chase. 5, Patrick Surtain. And 6, Micah Parsons. Those are the guys that I would go after. And who the hell knows, right? The Eagles will probably have all those guys on the board and take a quarterback because that's possible with Howie Roseman. You never know. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Look for those new reaction videos coming out next few days. And with that said, take care. Talk to you later. And don't be a dingbat.